Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night to all. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the 11th ATSCast. 11, wow. So, this is your neighborhood dude Jude, your host, and with me is the rest of the ATS Heartbeat. So, in alphabetical order, say who's first in the alphabetical order? Come on,
It's fucking
Aaron.
me. Hello.
Exactly. Why you doubting, dude? Anyway,
What's
Aaron, say what's
what's
up.
what's that?
Alright, Abid.
Gang, you already know who it is.
Who's next?
Hello.
Hey,
I am back.
that is Jason.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
that
Good
one.
Great
job.
intro, bro. Great intro,
That one
dude.
That is
is
Jason.
Jason. That one is
It's
Jason.
been I just realized it's been 11 podcasts, so I feel like the people are like tuned in already for 10. So kind of, how would I describe it? They know us at this point, so easy.
Yeah, they're experienced.
Hopefully they
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
I get you.
Yeah, we were famous for PewDiePie.
I wish, bro. I mean, so far our views have only been double digits, dude. So please, if you would lend us a helping hand, you just all you need is a mouse and a computer, and just click on the video, and maybe like also.
Maybe.
If dislike, honestly, if you dislike, also you don't have no problem. Just as we hope that you like it. Anyway, now each of us within ATS have been playing games as a form of leisure for most of our lives, right? And
Facts.
Yes.
yeah,
Confirm.
we as a group have bonded through playing such games. So we've talked about esports in our previous podcast, but the recent announcements that's been going on have certainly piqued interest again in gaming. Not only is it League World season, so I assume all of us here are technically League players now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Damn, bro,
sir.
that's crazy.
Dude, Jude associating himself
Dude,
as a big
honestly, I
player,
was not
man.
expecting a Worlds to be brought. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, but other than that, the next generation of consoles have been announced. Um, so before we talk about the new options for consoles, let's look back. What are your most cherished memories playing a console?
Ooh.
I'll start off. Final Fantasy is my jam that ever has.
Oh,
It's always been like that since I picked up a PSP.
Tifa,
And
ooh.
Tifa.
no comment with that. I think that's a Steam.
Yo, what the fuck, dude? Shady as shit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
shady ass.
Anyway, Final Fantasy 16 being announced with the PS5 was literally like enough of a reason for me to get one in the future. So, yes. My favorite memory would be Final Fantasy 7, trying it out on the PSP because they had the PlayStation 1 thing. Like you could port PS1 games into the PSP. Wow, that was such a good. I mean, the graphics were all right for that time, but they were enough, dude. They were enough.
I mean, back then
That's
they
all
were
I have to
considered
say.
amazing, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who wants to start first?
I'll start because it's pretty simple for me. My favorite memory would be my favorite console memory would be the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color actually. When I was playing Pokemon Fire Red, that game that's when it's the first console I had, and I didn't have Wi-Fi in the house back then, so Pokemon Fire Red was like the one game that I could play a lot, and I would just play it non-stop, and I'd just remake accounts, keep playing, delete my account, make a new one, and play again. And it was really, really fun. And it has a special place in my heart. So, yeah.
Bro, I'm in the same boat as Aaron, actually. I'm a Game Boy kid. Grew up on Game Boy. I think I had the Game Boy Advance, but I also had a color. I don't know how I got the color after the Advance, but I think the first game I played was Pokemon Red.
Yes, sir.
It was red or yellow. Not even Fire Red. So Fire Red was the remaster.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had the original Red with the shitty ass graphics, and I mean shitty in today's comparison, but yeah, my earliest memories are picking fucking Bulbasaur. because I was like, I don't want to pick Charmander. They're so mainstream. Everyone picks Charmander.
Imagine not picking Squirtle. Fucking loser.
Dude,
Charmander FTW.
nah, you see Jason a basic bitch, dude. Fucking yeah.
Bulbasaur is
Yeah.
literally the trashiest pick.
Nah,
but
it's
same as-
personal opinion, you fucking bitch.
Hey man, yo, grass types have always had a soft spot in my heart. But I agree. I'm a water type guy too. Anyway, this is a Pokemon podcast, but the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color for me.
For me, I'd say it would be the PS2. Uh, I had the Game Boy, but I didn't really have too much games on it. So I would say the PS2 because that's when I really first got into console gaming. I used to play a lot of like story-based games, like with my fam, like Shrek and Madagascar, all these kind of
Dude,
like
Shrek was
movie.
so fun on
Dude,
PS2.
Shrek was mad
Yeah,
fun, dude.
that shit was
Shrek
fun.
2, that was fun.
Dude, PS2 was golden era of games. No
Facts,
cap.
facts,
Honestly,
facts.
times are so simple.
No cap.
Like
And
back then.
still the highest selling console ever, you know?
Oh,
So
I'm
really?
not surprised by it.
yeah, no
It,
Yeah,
no
it
other
was it just
console has outsold it so far. So
makes
yeah,
sense, dude, because everything on it was good.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's like back then they had great, like good story to video games. Like I mean, movie to video games kind of games, you know, like movie adaptations, and it's that's like the only reason why I kept buying more games for the PS2, or at least my mom did. So because we would always like play together, and yeah, those are good memories for sure, for sure.
yeah, I mean, PS2 has a cherished place in every gamer's heart, right? Like it's technically where I think what makes it so memorable is that it's the era when disc games started to be playable. Not to say like the games before weren't playable, but like so disc space was substantial enough that games could be bigger and therefore like the quality of the game suddenly upped
Yeah,
by an enormous amount, right?
that's true.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing the boys flame me for is that I've never played Pokemon other than Pokemon Go, right? Because yeah, so I'm kind of the odd one out here. Like I've never tried it. I don't know. Jason, have
Get
you
an
tried?
emulator and do
No,
it, dude.
I've never played
You guys suck.
any Pokemon
You,
too,
You
yeah,
guys
so
suck.
your opinions literally don't matter if you don't play Pokemon. I don't really care.
Damn, bro, that's crazy, dude. Final Fantasy is
that's
all I
crazy.
got, bro.
Nah,
Sorry,
if
bro.
you haven't played Pokemon, yeah, you don't.
Damn,
Pokemon was
sorry.
like a different.
Hey, sorry, I didn't have enough money to buy Game Boy Advance,
Emulator
bro.
is
Or
free,
DS,
You
bro.
can get an
Fuck off.
emulator right now.
Dude,
Shut the
look,
fuck up.
Uh,
Exactly.
bro.
Yo, Aaron knows, dude. Yo,
Shut
yo,
the-
double
yeah.
speed that shit. Run through all the fucking cities. You already
Yeah,
know.
facts, dude.
You don't even need to get a bike, homie. Just fucking double speed that shit.
Bro, big facts, dude. You can speedrun the game, dude. For real.
Yeah, facts.
Yo, honestly, would you guys redo Pokemon like
I
this
have
current
done
time?
it too many times, dude. I don't know what you mean. Redo
I-
now, bro.
I have played every Pokemon except every Pokemon since Fire Red except the Black and White, and besides the Switch, like
The new
Pokemon
ones.
Go. Yeah, because I don't have a fucking Switch.
Wow.
But every Pokemon before that I've played, and
Okay,
I
Switch
have never
one,
played
you ain't
anything.
missing out.
True.
I haven't. What were the ones on DS? Black and White, and what was that? Diamond and Pearl, right? I played Diamond and Pearl, I think.
Diamond
I
and Pearl's
didn't play
ki-
Black
Di-
and White.
Diamond and Pearl was kind of fun. Black and White was a bit weird, but honestly,
I feel like Black and White, they already started transitioning towards more like kid, like really
Yeah,
kid friendly, and
yeah.
now it's just literally for not even teens, like little kids, bro.
True.
I mean, you guys, Aaron and Abid, you listed Game Boy Advance as your favorite console, right? At least your most memorable console. What about the Nintendo DS? Like, it's the best-selling handheld ever. What did you
Ooh.
feel was the transition like? You know, like how? What were your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts
Good
on
thing
that?
that you mentioned it, because I actually have 3 generations of Nintendos like right next to me. I have the
Next.
the Nintendo DS Lite, then I have the Nintendo 3DS, and then I have my sister's Switch next to me. Because I was just looking at it yesterday, and as much as I said the Game Boy Advance was like my favorite console, it's honestly just because of Pokemon. Like I played a lot of games on Game Boy Advance, but because of the experience of playing Pokemon for the first time, like I played Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Yellow as well on the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. That, like, even though some of the other games I played were fun, I remember the Game Boy Advance just because of the experience of playing Pokemon for the first time, and that's enough to make it my favorite console. But if I think about like practicality over like the amount of games I played, I would say the Nintendo DS Lite would be one of my favorite consoles because
Facts,
the amount of games I played, dude, bro. Nintendogs, say less. Nintendo
dude,
say
Nintendo
less, dude.
dogs.
Shit was
Dude, I
so
used to have
fun.
that game so much. Like, you take them for like the tournaments and shit.
Dude, and
Oh
the
man.
worst part is I had actual dogs, but I was taking care of my like Nintendo dogs more than I was of my actual dogs.
Dude, that sounds like the most Aaron thing on the planet. No lie.
Yeah.
That's actually sounds like the most Aaron thing. His actual dog literally whimpering, and his Nintendo dog's
No, okay,
fucking eating steak, bro.
hold up. My dogs were feasting well. It's just that I would be like, oh, I have to walk my dogs. Fuck, I'm so lazy. And then it's like, oh, I have to walk my Nintendo dog, dude. I'll gladly pick up its shit, dude. Say less, you know.
Because you don't have to
Because
pick
you
up
don't have to do it
actual shit.
physically yourself. There is no
True,
smell, bro. No smell.
true. And
And
bro,
they
Yeah.
automatically wrap it for you, dude, and throw it in the bin.
facts.
Thing is, I had a DS, but I got on the DS train way later, so I don't even remember what game I bought the DS for. There was one game that was really popping, and I wanted a DS and I got it. But I mean, Game Boy for me was just the Advance was my entire life up until I got my Xbox. Oh, actually, PS2. PS2 was pretty insane. But Game Boy Advance is, as far as I can remember, I played Fire Emblem and Pokemon,
Oh, Fire Emblem.
and
That game's familiar.
there were some like one-off games here and there, but like there was a Dragon Ball Z game on the Game Boy Advance. I remember that. Like I played stuff like that a bunch, but I mostly played Pokemon and Fire Emblem.
I
Dude.
mean, Smash is literally Fire Emblem, honestly. Like you have half the
Pretty
characters.
much. I mean, even the new Fire Emblem when she came out on the Switch is really good, and it reminded. I felt like I was back in my glory days, as I call it. my glory.
I've never played Fire Emblem, but I was talking to Amir about it when he came over the other day, and
Yeah.
because I've always been interested in it because the character designs look really unique. Like, I love a game that has good like character design.
Bro, it's literally anime with the turn by turn
Facts.
game on top, dude. It's literally anime with turn by turn game.
Dude, I love turn-by-turn games, so but I don't have.
Yeah,
the
it's a lot of
skill.
fun and it's a lot of strategy. So
Is there a difference between like the DS and DS Lite, or is just basically the size wise, right?
The 3DS and the DS Lite.
No, the DS and the DS Lite.
no, the
DS
3DS is different, dude. That was a
Okay,
new
yeah.
generation
It's
because
like-
everything was 3D.
My memories of the DS was like my mom got me like the Zelda edition of the DS, so that was like. Then she started. I
Flex.
guess when I started playing like the Mario, the new Super Mario Bros, like the Mario Kart, the basic Mario games. But then like I started buying more games. Like I remember there was like a Naruto game on the DS that was so super fun as well. But yeah, I would say like I can understand why the DS was like is one of the high selling products, right? Is that right, Jude?
Yeah, that's selling handheld. Is what Jude
Handheld, yeah,
said.
makes sense, yeah.
For sure. I mean, I
Yes.
think the only
I
competition.
mean, it
So
was
convenient.
leagues and
moment.
beyond anything anyone else was making in the handheld
Yeah,
market,
it was better
including
than
the
the PSP too.
the PSP was nothing compared to it, dude.
Facts.
I mean,
Nintendo was
sadly,
just
yeah.
destroying
Yeah.
the handheld.
Nintendo was really killing it.
Yeah, I think that's what Nintendo did really well. It's just the family aspect of it, right? They do family games the best out of every console maker, and that's like very evident through their not only their marketing but the way they go about things, right? They're like, we're the family friendly console. We're fun for family.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
Especially with
Yeah.
the Switch, dude. Ooh.
Yeah, especially with the Switch, like the fact that they added all these ways where you can separate and have more than one person
Dude,
play.
the Switch is like a culmination of like everything that they've been doing in one console, and it's everything that's done right, in my opinion. Like, it's
Yeah,
such
for
a-
sure.
it's such a
I
good
agree.
console.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't talk about the Switch without, talking about the Wii, right? Because I felt like that was
Dude.
the first
Honestly.
deviation in terms of video
I agree.
gaming console
Mhm.
being
That's true, that's true.
targeted to not only the gamer niche but also to a
The
more
family.
family, a more family setting, right?
party, yeah, sort of thing.
Yeah, family party setting.
We
It
Yeah,
wasn't
Sports
just
are
about
different,
one
dude.
person or two people playing a co-op thing. It was more so
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
everyone have fun together.
we got a Wii not because me and my brothers were motivated. It's because my mom wanted to try it. So you see, the appeal was really different in terms of the target demographic too.
That's
Like,
yeah, I can agree.
I
My
mean,
mom
yeah.
was more excited playing
about Wii
like
Fit, bro.
Wii Fit, yeah, Wii Fit and Wii Sports. Like,
Wii Sports
you
too,
know,
yeah.
Wii Sports had they had the what's it called? They had two versions, the one at the resort and they had a normal one. And my mom was so excited with the cycling one because it actually like she likes the idea of it. And
Hmm.
my mom played it way more than I did. So yeah, I can agree with you on that for sure.
Yo, Wii tennis went hard, bro.
Yeah, facts, dude. Dude,
Yo, Wii
the
Sports
front
went
players,
hard,
Honestly,
bro.
it's still
the front
playable
players.
today.
Dude, I literally played it like right before the pandemic started. My friend Mark has a Wii. And we all went over to his house to play Wii Sports, no lie, like no
Dude,
cap.
Wii Sport. I wish I had a Wii again, man.
Yeah, can you see the
So,
parallel? Can you imagine us going and playing a PS3 currently? Like it's kind of like outdated. I feel like
Yeah.
you feel that sort of
yeah,
why
for
am I
sure.
playing?
I don't
Other
know.
than the fact that nostalgic reasons, but
Mhm.
weed just feels fresh. It's just I still go.
Yeah.
I think that adds on to the fact that the Wii was such a party-oriented console, right? I feel like
Right.
if you were playing the Wii by yourself, you'd enjoy it maybe, but you'd be a little sad. No
Yeah,
lie.
true.
Um, but if it's like imagine this just the four of us hop on and play Wii Sports or something, and we're passing around the controller or whatever, we're
That's
gonna
fun.
be yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Dude,
So
Yeah.
even today
I
with
think
like,
that's why the Wii lasts.
yeah,
Yeah.
with all the new consoles and stuff, even if you put like a Wii in front of me now at a party, I would have the time of my life, dude. Like that console is kind of timeless until it's replaced by another one like the Switch. But the
Mhm.
niche it had in like just playing all these games with friends and stuff like that, I don't think any console, like even the PS4 with its the move controllers and stuff, I don't think it even came close.
Yeah.
That's
I think yeah. Nintendo is always like a step ahead in that kind of stuff. When they introduced the Wii, I think, then Xbox came out with Kinect. No, no,
Yo,
Kinect.
the
oh,
Kinect. Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
Kinect.
Yeah,
360
I
came out with the Kinect, and
yeah, 360
then
Connect, then PS
PlayStation
Move, right?
Move
PlayStation
with the
Move.
balls
Yeah, yeah, that didn't work, man. I
with the
don't remember
dildo, dude.
any.
I literally called it the dildo.
I
PS3
think Kinect
dildo.
was the right idea implemented really wrongly though. Like it was
I
just
know, I agree with that wholeheartedly
yeah,
because I had a Kinect and I was
right.
so hyped to get it, but execution on that thing was fucking god awful, and it was like,
Yeah.
Facts,
okay, bro.
facts,
I
dude.
mean, I had a PlayStation Move, and it wasn't too bad. It just wasn't the same. I don't know how to explain it. Like, because I
Yeah,
used to
it's
play
just
I
a
used to play
different.
Just Dance. Yeah, I used to play Just Dance on the PS4 a lot. Oh, sorry,
Me too, bro.
PS3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like still fun and stuff, but I guess just the range of games and like just the whole Wii, the whole feel of the Wii was just different. But I've never had a Wii. I've only played Wii, like Nintendo Wii, at my friend's place. So I had to settle for the
Same,
Move.
same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, the
I,
Switch was the first Nintendo console I bought since the DS. Like, no cap. And I bought the DS like 13, 14 years ago.
Sheesh, dude.
yeah, let's talk
So,
about the Switch honestly, because
Yeah,
the thing
the Switch is
that
so
set
amazing.
the Wii apart from the rest was that it revolutionized controllers, and Nintendo's doing that again with the Switch. Like it's literally a console within a handheld, but it's primarily a console as well. Like I think that's like an ingenious move, right? As Aaron said,
Yeah,
it's everything they've done right, but put into one console.
I agree. I mean,
yeah,
everyone shat on the Switch when it first came out because the specs were literally not even up to par to what it should have been when it first came out, you know? Like, there was better tech out there for people to go. I mean, not people, for Nintendo to go and pursue, but everyone kind of figured after is like, oh, that wasn't their ploy, it wasn't their tactic to get the best specs into their console. It was creating the experience. Because the experience is what keeps people around, right? It's
right.
not, you know, like you can give me a PS5 and right now, which we'll probably talk about, but like if you give me a PS5 or a Switch, I'll probably get a Switch if I'm gonna have friends over all the time. Like
That is
PS5 is
true.
nice and all, but like the Switch just offers so much more. Cause there are solo games. Don't get me wrong, like Zelda, Fire Emblem, Pokemon. The list goes on, right? And there's more A1 titles getting on there. But the aspect of group environments, I think the Switch is unparalleled in that sense. Like no
Agreed.
console can beat it
I mean,
right now.
I mean, the Switch is just so
Yeah.
multi-purpose. Like you can, like what you were mentioning with the solo games and stuff like that. Like you can even play Skyrim VR on the Switch, which I recently found
Yeah,
out,
facts.
which is like kind of crazy because I didn't even think the Switch could handle Skyrim, with how graphic heavy the game is. But I don't know. It's just I don't have a Switch, but I've been playing with my sister's Switch lately, and it's just I understand why people would invest in this as compared to like a PS5. If you are like an avid PS5 fan or a console fan and you really want like a stationary console to play your COD or whatever the hell comes out on PS5, I get it. But if you're someone that wants a console, I would see how the Switch would be more appealing because it's just so much more. It has so many more uses. Not only can you bring it around, you can dock it, you can connect it to your TV, you can play party games. The amount of party games that are out on the Switch
Facts,
is
dude.
insane.
Facts.
And these games are literally made for parties, and it complements the Switch like so well. I don't see I don't see people bringing like their PS5 to like parties of 10, 15 people. I would get if you bring your PS5 to like chill at your friend's place to play some COD, but if you want to go to like a house party, the Switch is just perfect, honestly.
Yeah. I
The
think
1-2 switch. That's the game,
yeah,
dude.
it's so easy because like, sometimes it's also like the complication of setting like certain consoles. So with a Switch, you just literally bring the dock, you connect it to the TV, and just insert your device there, and boom, it's already there. It's already connected. And yeah, like I can agree because like recently I had guests over and they all played the Switch, Mario Party, Smash Bros. These titles by Nintendo are created for parties or for groups of people to play, which is why it's such smart marketing from Nintendo.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
the controls though, like what's your opinions on the controls though?
Yeah, I
The
think if you have
Switch.
a pro controller, dude, you're good. But
I have the GameCube controller, bro.
it
The
also depends what
classic.
game you're playing. To
That's
be
true.
honest,
That's true.
it
But
also depends on the game.
I played different games on the Switch with the GameCube controller. It's still compatible, and
I mean, no, it
it's
works.
the
Yeah.
homey feel. But there are reasons to not to use the default controller. Like for the party games that Aaron said, like the 1-2 switch thing. There's a game called 1-2 Switch. I mean, it's the most popular party game I feel that's made for the Switch. Came out on launch. Um, Literally uses the controller uh, as their main feature, right? Like you could use it to play mini games, which
Mm.
incorporate a lot of people, and that's what makes it fun. It's not something that is meant for a solo experience. It's only fun when you have more than 3 people.
I mean, even if you just take Mario Party, as Jason was saying, into the
Mario Party
example,
too,
all
yeah.
you use is a joy. Like you don't need a controller or anything. Like a
Yeah, it's
Joy-Con feels perfectly fine
yeah,
because it's
Yeah.
agreed.
not it's not intensive.
And it's not like control. It's not button or movement heavy. It's just
Yeah.
literally the
Yeah,
buttons.
Yeah, I will say though, if you're playing Smash, you need a controller. You know what I'm
For
saying?
that's
Like,
sure.
true.
yeah, if I'm going hard, okay, you know.
Holy shit.
Goes hard, goes hard.
Goes
Um,
harder.
if I'm going hard, dude, I need a controller. But like, if we're just fucking around, yo, don't worry, we won't get copyrighted for that because it was too too low. Yeah, I planned that properly.
Years, dude. Holy.
Yeah, that's a you issue.
Yeah, to add on to his point, he just plays Smash music in the background. Like, bro, we get it.
Mm, dude, Smash amazing game. All I'm saying.
Smash
But
amazing game. We are going to play it as a group when we're all in the same place. And it's going to be lit.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright. I have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go to character for Smash.
Ike.
Oh,
Ike.
Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant.
Mart,
Piranha Plant or Cloud, dude. Honestly, I can't choose.
Martha or Roy. For me.
Dude, when I look at you,
Actually, Martha or Lucina.
Lucina's a good one. Yes.
When I look at you, I just think of Piranha Plant, dude. Honestly, I feel like that's it. Like,
Wait, what does that mean? Is that an
I-
insult or?
I don't know, like if I didn't know you any better,
Dude,
I would just
it's because
expect
of
you
the
to be
Damn.
smile, bro. It's because of the smile,
yeah.
dude. Piranha plant
Just
smile
a
suits you,
slimy
dude.
ass motherfucker, dude.
Yeah,
Yo,
facts.
what the heck, dude?
Yo,
What are
he's
you
an
up?
imposter, dude.
Yo,
Yo, get him out, get him out.
yo, I
Yo,
really,
Um,
I really
Kirby
being the odd one
FTW,
out,
dude.
dude. Damn,
yeah,
bro.
Kirby's annoying, man. Like,
Yo,
but
Dude, I love
Kirby's
playing
fun.
Kirby.
Kirby's
actually, I
fun.
love Kirby
Yo,
too.
me
I
and the
love
homies
Kirby
love
too.
Kirby though.
Facts.
Dude, like when he swallows, like
Wait,
when he
what?
swallows you and he shits out like 100 ton thing.
Yo,
That's so funny.
Jason really excited about getting swallowed, bro. That's all I was saying.
Hey, family
Yeah,
friendly
you-
podcast. Let's
Yeah.
we move.
damn,
So,
damn.
we move.
Anyway,
It's not good that all three of us laughed when Jason said swallowed, but anyway.
I know, yeah.
We
Like,
move. Jude, take us
no, we
away.
know, we know that's gonna be fun when we all are actually in the same place
Yeah,
to play.
that's true. That's true.
Wait,
Anyway,
swallowing?
uh,
Wait a
we'll
minute.
leave that to
I
the
said
listeners
we
to
move.
gauge whatever content they were listening to before, whatever words we were talking about. I assumed we were talking about playing Smash, but you know what? Bet, dude. Nintendo
Yeah,
hasn't
that's
announced anything regarding future generation consoles, so we can't
time
really
to
delve
cut
further.
that part.
But of the recent announcements, there is the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and the S. Like, I don't know, dude, what Microsoft is
The
doing.
X, bro. The X.
Interesting mechanism they're using right now. But out of the two, what are your preferences?
Yeah, Abid, why don't you go first?
I would.
You're the nerd.
Sure. Okay, bro. Come on, man. I would still go. Okay, the likelihood of me buying another console is pretty low. Like me personally, because I feel like I would just buy a PC at that point. Um, but if I were to buy a console, it would still be the PS5, purely because of the exclusives that PlayStation has.
Final Fantasy.
Okay, yeah, Final Fantasy, sure. I'm not as big of a fan as Jude, but Final Fantasy's on there for sure. On the list. Spider-Man Miles Morales looks sick.
Facts, dude. That's the
Big
only
facts.
game I'm hyped for.
What was the other game? There was another
Uh,
game.
They announced God of War.
God of War. I'm pretty sure all the
Ragnarok, bro.
Naughty Dog stuff, dude, will be
Yeah,
on
dude.
PlayStation 2.
I
So
hope they announce a Naughty Dog title.
um,
Oh man.
so stuff like that. But I mean, I would still get a PlayStation 5 purely because of the exclusives. But I think what Microsoft's doing with the Series S is actually a big brain play because there are people who don't want to invest that much into a console. I mean, there's gonna be a fixed market anyway, right? People are still gonna buy the next gen regardless. Like it doesn't matter. Um, but if you're someone who's not that into gaming or like just really want to do it very casually, that Series S is the like perfect pick. If you don't have a 4K TV, you're probably like you're fine with the Series S because it does for 1440 and it runs 120 FPS and it does everything. The X does just not in 4K. So it's like you're playing next gen games too. So if I was looking at a pure price point, Microsoft wins 100%. There's no competition on that because the cheaper PlayStation is the same price as the Series X. But I think PlayStation's winning the war purely because they have the better titles under them.
I mean, that's
Basically, I'm saying
yeah.
Sony greater than Microsoft, dude.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
true.
True.
Um, I kind of lost interest with console after the PS3. One because I didn't get the PS4, and two, I started switching more to PC gaming. And to be honest, if you have a good enough PC, a PC will do anything that a console will do, but like better in my opinion. The only thing is what Abid was mentioning about the titles. I'm a bit bummed out that I haven't been able to play the remastered Final Fantasy. Because I was really looking forward to that. But if I did have the choice to buy one, I would definitely say the PS5 because I've never really been an Xbox gamer. And I used to play a bunch of COD back in the day on the PS3. And even before that, I used to play a lot of PS2, a lot of games on the PS2, Crash Bandicoot, Kingdom Hearts, all that jazz. Ratchet and Clank, dude, all the good things.
Don't they have a new Ratchet and Clank game coming out?
I think they do. I
Yeah,
saw a trailer.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like low-key hype, but I don't have the console, so But yeah, I'd probably get the PS5 because of a lot of brand loyalty. I feel I just trust the Sony a lot more, especially with the games, the title, and the console feel. And I don't really know too much about Xbox, so it'd be the PS5 for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty much agreeing with both Ab and Aaron with their answers. I'll definitely if I'm getting a console, I'll definitely get the PS5, mainly because the titles, the exclusives, like Naughty Dog titles, those are like my favorite type of games. It brings me back to like the story-based games that I played as a kid on the PS2. So that's the main contributing factor there. Then secondly, I've owned the Xbox One before trading it in for the PS4 as like recently, and because like the Xbox to me didn't really feel. I mean, I didn't really like the UI of Xbox. Um, it just felt really really messy to me, and I didn't really like it. And there were so many games I thought I wanted to play, but then only realizing there were only Sony exclusive like Spider-Man. I thought when I got the Xbox I could play Spider-Man on PS4, but I was like, oh right, it makes sense. Sony owns all the marketing rights to Spider-Man, so that's but yeah, but mainly the main reason I'd say is the titles and brand. Yeah, like what Aaron said, brand loyalty for sure.
I mean, I share the same sentiment with all three of you, right? Uh, like PlayStation 5 over Xbox, whatever Xbox offers, regardless of the price. But I don't know if you guys share the same opinion, but the death knell for Xbox, for me, as a marketing tool, was when they try to push Xbox One as a home entertainment system instead of a gaming console. I think that really killed the vibe for a lot of because if you want something that the family can enjoy as a group, there's no other competition than what Nintendo
You're
offers, right?
literally going Nintendo, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's really difficult. The only way I see Microsoft competing to the level that PlayStation is going is if their exclusives can match up. Now that's the issue. What exclusives do you think Microsoft has that will
They
catapult them?
literally only have Halo.
Minecraft? I know
I
they
think it's
They
Halo.
only have Halo.
Minecraft.
They literally only have Halo, and they have EA on their side, so everything
Yeah,
on
right,
I
EA
think back
goes to
then,
Xbox first.
yeah, I think back then they had FIFA. Like, if you play like Ultimate Team, Xbox only had the Legends or something
right.
in the game.
But I think they realize this now because they've just purchased Bethesda Studios, and
Oh, dude,
Wait,
Microsoft made that big ass play, dude.
they
Holy
purchased
shit, that's
Bethesda?
right,
just crazy.
Yeah,
They
they
yeah,
did.
bought
They did.
Bethesda for
Dude,
they,
7.5 billion
yeah,
or something.
right. Now they
that's crazy. What?
Dude, like when the news dropped, I was like, bro, Microsoft really just went, here's money. Let's get all these titles under us. And it's like,
Dude.
honestly, this
7.5
one,
billion.
yeah,
Wow.
this one purchase literally, I feel like set up Xbox moving forward purely because one, they're already winning in the cheap game, in the cheaper console sense. Set them up in a way to make a comeback, not set them up to be the better console by any
At
means.
least to be in the running, right?
Yeah, yeah, be in the running, be somewhat close, because with Bethesda, like you already know, like Xbox is getting everything. Like they'll probably drop it on PlayStation regardless, because then otherwise the studio wouldn't make money, right? But
yeah,
Xbox will definitely get the exclusives first, whatever it may be. They're gonna
I
get it
feel
first.
that's the main reason why they bought such a big studio in
They
itself, right?
want to be in the running and they want to get back into it.
That's
Otherwise,
true.
why would you make such a big move?
I mean,
At
that's
the end of the
Mhm.
day, it's a profitable move regardless, whether you're talking from a console perspective or just a tech business decision perspective. It's a smart move. Bethesda's too many titles under them.
yeah,
So I
actually.
mean,
Yeah,
And
so I
and
mean,
and
mhm.
the long-awaited Elder Scrolls 6 is kind of gonna be coming out soon, at least in 2-3 years, I think.
Oh wow.
I'm
hmm
hoping that's not gonna be Xbox exclusive, because it is. I'm gonna cry my heart out. But yeah.
Well, now you have a solid reason to,
Well,
right,
I
to
mean,
buy.
here's the thing though.
Yeah.
It'll be on Windows regardless. So
Yeah,
That's true too, though.
but like
they won't make it. They
at the
yeah,
end of the day.
that'll probably happen, but even even then Microsoft will get it first. So that means Windows and Xbox will have priority over everyone else
That is
in
true.
the
That is
game.
true.
So if you have a PC, you're pretty good. PC as in you have Windows, yeah, you're pretty good. And then again, are you really gaming if you're on a Mac?
Dude, I
Jude,
think
And
I
Jude
don't
back
have a
in the
Mac.
day, bro. He's on
back in the day,
XPS
dude.
now.
back in the
Yeah,
Bro,
he's
day,
on
back
I had
Windows now, bro.
so our family computer was an iMac, and I installed Windows to game. I didn't understand. You know that
Dude, I
that
mean,
particular iMac is broken now. Like we can't turn it on anymore, and the entire
yeah.
family just pinned the blame on me. I'm like, bet it was the
Oh.
worst decision because that was when I played Dota, and that's where we cultivated our friendship, right? But
Family.
anyway,
If you're hearing
Yeah,
this, it wasn't Jude's fault. It was Dota's fault.
it really
Playing
wasn't
Dota.
my fault, but
It wasn't even Dota's fault, bro. It's
say
just
less.
Apple, bro.
it's just
It
it's
really is.
just
Welcome to
it's just the
Apple, dude.
old Mac OS, dude.
Dude,
It's
you
the thing,
literally
though,
touch anything on Apple, it just fucks everything up.
and you're stuck. The moment you invest in something that's Apple, you're glued to the entire ecosystem,
Yeah.
whether you like
Yeah.
it or not.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
just
Dude,
more.
that's crazy though. I still
I
can't
mean, it's a
believe
smart
that.
marketing point, but
Yeah, 7.5 billion though. That's a new
yeah.
record, right? It's a world
That's
record in
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Uh-huh.
That
Um.
that means they wait.
Yes, Jason.
Elder Scrolls is under Bethesda, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Elder Scrolls,
It is.
Fallout.
Oh
Elder
shit,
Scrolls, Doom,
the
Dishonored,
sixth
Wolfenstein.
the
Dude,
I
sixth
think
one will be
Bethesda is one of the
will be.
biggest gaming studios out there.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
crazy.
If not the biggest. Actually, I don't think it is the biggest, but yeah, it's one of the
I
biggest.
mean,
No, it's one of the
definitely up there.
biggest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there.
They
Up
own
there with
some
like Square
real
Enix and shit
A-list
like that.
titles. Yeah.
I mean, Abid, you talked about the PC availabilities for games that might come out on Xbox. I felt that one flaw that Xbox had when they were starting to advertise for the Xbox 360 was that they try to integrate Windows and Xbox to such a high point.
I mean, yeah, they're still trying, right? I
They're
feel
still trying,
like
but
it's
it's
so
more
annoying.
controllable. But it was such an on-your-face move for Windows users that it was understandable though. But at the same time, it's kind of annoying.
I
That
think, yeah, I think, Drew, what you said earlier about very poorly executed, but good idea, you know what I mean?
right.
Is literally what Microsoft's done the entirety of the past decade. Because they always have amazing ideas. Like the ideas, any logical person will go, dude, that's genius. Because you have Windows, you have Xbox. Why not make it cross-platform in a way where you can integrate everything and do it properly, right? It's logical.
Yeah.
Their execution is so bad. Like as you were saying, it's in your face before, and then it was clunky. No one wanted to use it. Xbox even now is like it's annoying to see on Windows 10 sometimes. It's just like I don't have an Xbox, bro, to get off. But the whole implementation was poor from the start. So even if it's good now, no one's gonna give them credit because everyone remembers when it was shit. The other one was the Kinect, as you brought up earlier. Like the Kinect, amazing idea, right? Like none of us will say the Kinect itself as an idea was awful. Because using IR tech to detect body movements and make that Wii experience without the controllers even, right?
Yeah.
That's genius play, right,
That's
guys? Like it's
revolutionary
genius.
almost, yeah.
Yeah, but they executed so damn poorly that everyone's like has this sour taste in their mouth. It's like someone saying, "Yo, I'm gonna make you the best, chicken dish or whatever," and then the chicken dish comes out, and you're like, "Oh, yo, it looks decent," and then you bite into it, and it's like salty as fuck, no flavor, bland, whatever it may be. Right? You become Gordon Ramsay and start swearing at it. It's the same. It's like execution's awful, but their ideas are always good. So I'm just hoping with this Bethesda deal, with what they're doing with the Xbox, how they're marketing it right now. I think they're making a really good case towards buying an Xbox. They just need to ramp up that exclusivity aspect of it and get people interested again, because no one's really interested in some third-party developer weird and unknown game. Everyone wants to play like a Spider-Man game or Avengers
That's
or
true.
whatever it may be, right? Like stuff everyone recognizes.
True,
But
true.
Which
how?
out of Microsoft, sorry, before you go, Jason, which
Yeah,
out of Microsoft's catalog, the only thing left is literally Halo.
that's
Is
true.
literally Halo. No one else.
Yeah, Halo has been
Besides that,
carrying that
nothing.
console, dude.
Halo has been carrying Microsoft, dude, like,
Facts.
and I feel like even then, the newer Halos are ass. So it's just nostalgia at this point. It's just people buying Halo and hoping to see the glory days, quote unquote, again. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask like, how would this impact like the current Bethesda titles that are currently in Sony or Nintendo platforms? Will
I
they
mean,
be
I know that
removed?
I
Would they
don't.
be
the
removed or
Nah,
what
nah,
would
nah, nah,
happen?
nah.
they announced games for consoles that are not Microsoft owned are still continuing. It's a
Ah,
move that's meant for like 5 years time. You know, it's not an immediate change.
right,
Dude,
right.
yeah, no, it won't affect anything that's already existing, and I don't think it'll affect anything moving forward too much. It's just we'll see a more bias towards Microsoft and Windows. Because
Mhm.
it's a game studio at the end of the day, it might be Microsoft owned, but it's a business of its own. It's its own heart, right?
Right,
It's
right.
its own being. You don't want the studio to be suffering just because they're affiliated with Xbox. If no one's
Yeah.
buying the Xbox, not only does the studio go down, Microsoft goes down. It's just a bad investment then.
Yeah, and I've also heard about the next Halo game, right? Is it Infinite? What is it called? Is it Halo Infinite?
I don't.
Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
the
heard
yeah.
of
next
it. I don't
the
remember
That's
though.
next
proof of our like non-allegiance
next
to Microsoft. We have no clue with regards to
yeah,
whatever
so
they're
it's like
pumping out.
because I heard from my friend Jared, he said like the game will be free on the Game Pass on PC when it launches. So basically,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you don't have to pay full price, but you just have to pay the pass just to play for free,
Yeah.
which is like 14 a month, which is
That's
kind of
that's the route COD's taking too.
it's kind of like interesting. I don't know. I mean, for a big major series, especially like the series that's been carrying the industry for like God knows how long. But it's just kind of an interesting move.
I
But yeah,
mean,
I
I
guess
think
it
yeah.
attracts more players. But yeah.
That's the thing. Most games are being forced almost to go to this whole free model with in-game aesthetics and DLC and stuff, purely
Yeah,
because that's what pops, right? Especially if you're a multiplayer focused game like Halo, like COD, all these games. If you don't have free multiplayer, you won't have as many people on it, and that's just straight up. Like if you're not if COD is pay to play, why would I play COD? I can go play Valorant. I can go play CS:GO. I can go play what? How many other shooters are there that are free?
True, true.
There's so many shooters that are free. Like why would like okay, COD is COD, sure, but there's free alternatives that I can turn to. If especially if you're on PC. I mean, if you're on console, you're paying for games anyway, which is a different conversation.
Yeah,
But
make your game free and just milk microtransactions, dude. That's the only thing.
microtransactions, because that's what makes
EA
money,
style.
dude.
EA style. That's honestly
What?
EA's
Yeah, but
feature.
EA
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
pushed it too hard to where
Yeah,
now no one
honestly
wants
though,
to do
like
it anymore.
with
When
entire
you,
Star Wars, dude.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, like even the concept of Xbox Game Pass is kind of a, I would say it's a mimic to the PlayStation Plus model that they first announced, and it to like currently it's not to the popularity that Sony expected it to be. As you said, Alvin, yeah, that kind of model is I feel wouldn't be sustainable for the general mass, but there is a niche market for it.
That is true. That is true. But wait, the PlayStation Plus, you have to have PlayStation Plus to play online, right?
Yeah,
yeah, from
yeah,
PS4
So
onwards.
so it's so
So
it's
that's
not
some.
it's not
Mhm.
even something that you can choose not to get because if you want to play any games online, then you have no choice but to buy that membership, right?
Yeah, so that's what
Mhm.
PlayStation really adopted from Microsoft. That's the one thing they took from
Uh-huh.
Microsoft, which was Microsoft. I think besides the original Xbox 360, they already started Xbox Gold, is what their memberships is called,
Right, right.
and you needed Gold to play online and all that stuff.
But wait,
And
do you have
PS3
to
obviously was free.
do you have to buy
Yeah,
the game still?
yeah.
So wait, sorry, because I'm not anything after PS3. I'm not too educated on.
Yeah, okay, so I'm talking about 360 right now. So 360, say I want to play Black Ops, right? I had to buy Black Ops, and then I also had the Xbox Gold subscription, whether
What?
monthly or annually, to play online.
Wait, so PlayStation Plus is like
So
that as well?
PS3 had that. Yeah, PlayStation Plus is the exact same. So
Yeah, yeah.
PlayStation literally copied that and was like, "Yo, we'll take that model because it works."
Wait,
What are you gonna do, dude?
I'm gonna be honest. That's dumb as hell. Like, if you buy a game, It's like you're buying a game that doesn't even have online capability, and you have to pay monthly for online capability. Then they should be giving the game at a discounted price, no?
No,
you're buying
because
half the
their PlayStation isn't buying the game. PlayStation isn't making the game.
I find that really stupid, but yeah.
But it's stupid because you're a PC player.
True.
It's very deviated from the current style that we're used to.
We're all used to PC already, so it's like if we play free to play games, quote unquote free to play,
technically.
free to play, sure, dude. but that's something that hasn't existed on consoles, and I don't think it will per se, because consoles operate on a completely different way. Like PCs, although you're paying more, it's like more capital investment to build a rig. You're obviously getting free games, cheaper games, whatever it may be, more capability. But you're forgetting about the casuals who don't care about all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, people will still get a console, just hop on, play like 2 games of pubs and COD or whatever, and then hop off, dude. Like, that's their gaming quota. Not everyone's like us where we play hours on end or longer periods or whatever. Maybe not everyone is as invested in games.
That is true.
So to casuals, they don't really care. It's like, oh, I have to pay like $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever. It's like whatever, that's part of the deal. I don't have an alternative, and there's no way I'm buying a PC. So, you know.
Right.
So it all depends. Obviously, for consoles, you're stuck in a trap in that sense, because if you don't pay, you just don't have a choice. Like, you're kind of fucked. I mean, even the Switch. You have to pay to play online.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the Switch.
Huh.
That's a good point. I forgot about it. Nintendo Online. It's cheaper.
The thing about Nintendo is that they have so much exclusivity that they can get away with that. Like, they're on their own kind of they're on their own kind of model because of the ingenuity of the Switch itself, right? So it doesn't seem as far fetched to be like, okay, paying.
No, but Nintendo Online does seem a bit far fetched to me.
I see. I mean, yeah.
Because you're paying to play online. Even though
it feels like secondhand nature to me, though, compared to like
you're already paying more for the game. You're paying. I don't know. Nintendo's a unique model where they've literally trapped that entire market, and like you're either in or out.
Apple.
Yeah, literally Apple. That's a great comparison,
like a
dude.
good
It is
old-fashioned
literally
monopoly.
Apple.
Yeah.
Because like if you're in there and here's the thing: most people on Nintendo don't even play online, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true.
That's true. Besides, like Animal Crossing, I guess.
If you're playing online, yeah, I guess. But damn, bro. Okay, interesting. But
that's a good game to point out.
I mean, even then, Nintendo Online is pretty cheap in comparison to like your PlayStation Pluses and your. Actually, it's about the same. But Nintendo Online, you have like family plans on all these plans and shit. I mean, consoles, that's how you make money, dude. Because once you've paid for the console, you can't pay on top of it to increase its value or anything. Like a PC, you can upgrade the rig anytime, right? Like, say, Aaron, your GPU, right? You have a 5 whatever, right? 550, 650, 570. Like, if you want, you can go out and get a 3080, right? Like, you're not okay. Well, you have to change a bunch of parts, but I'm saying like that upgrade is there.
That customization.
Whereas consoles, you're kind of fucked. It's like, here's the box.
Yeah. But I mean, that's why consoles come with the latest, like the newest consoles come with the latest technology, because
it does for the time. Yeah, for the time. But after that, like, if people aren't gonna buy more boxes, they need to keep making money somehow. So a subscription model works, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of new technologies, like if you recall, a few years ago, PlayStation announced their VR headset to compete with the Oculus. So with that, like, what do you think of the current state of virtual reality? Because typically you see it as a step up to traditional gaming, right? But for me, is it really the direct successor to traditional console games? Or are they just a general market separate from what we currently know as the video game market?
I feel like you can see it in both both lights.
Because
I
to be honest with you, like I feel like it's a different world in itself. Like
yeah, I
I feel like games as in its current state have their own trajectory. They're not going into the virtual reality trajectory just yet.
yeah. But I think that that's dependent on the genre of game, right? You're not going to be playing Dota VR anytime soon, and I don't think any
Which is what we're going to talk about. Yeah,
Yeah,
good point, Aaron.
I
Good
don't think
point.
I don't think any Dota player wants to play VR. Dota the game's
XD.
bad enough 2D. Like we don't.
But I'm pretty sure Josh would want to play Crystal Maiden in VR.
For different reasons, man. For different reasons, but
Kappa.
yeah, but you raise a good point. That I feel like VR itself is a whole separate phenomenon from traditional gaming that we know, but I see how it can also be seen as an extension of the games that we know today, and we can see this from the kind of integration into VR. A lot of games are starting this whole VR experience. One that we mentioned earlier was Skyrim. Skyrim has a VR, which is kind of crazy. I have not seen gameplay. All I've seen is someone swing the sword around, and I was like, that's kind of lit. But at the end of the day, there's really two aspects of it. There is going to be the extension of VR for games like Skyrim and stuff like that. But there are also going to be games that are specifically made for VR that are a completely different experience to sitting down and playing a game of League or playing a game of Valorant. There are going to be games that's like, okay, I'm going to play this VR game and it's going to be a whole different experience. And I think that is something that is a whole different world, like you mentioned, because gamers like us, when we play games like Valorant, League, and whatever on the PC or COD on the console, it's a completely different experience. Not that I've tried it, but it is a completely different experience to, being in a room and playing Beat Saber, for example, right? It's just a whole different experience. So yeah.
I mean, if you guys have seen Marquez Brownlee, Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD's latest video
It's a
with Mark
primary-
Zuckerberg.
The
Zuckerberg.
big
Wow. The big Zuck. Oculus is Facebook, right? No.
Oculus is Facebook.
Yes.
He was talking about how he's super excited about VR and the future of VR and what we can do in VR, and I'm like, right now VR is a very gimmicky thing. It's very niched, like in a very niche, very specific niche. As Aaron was saying, like Beat Saber, some horror games, stuff like that. It's very specific. I cannot imagine a world in which I'm playing League VR. Jason Leona E right now is like Jason has to
I'll be
push
like,
out with his hand or something.
No.
Like
No,
I
no.
can't imagine that type of stuff. Although
I'll
it would be
punch somebody.
it would be cool in the future. It would be cool to see, but I
That's a
feel
different-
like
That's
Yeah,
a
it
different game by that point, It's not League anymore.
yeah, exactly. It's a different game at that point.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where it kind of like separates. It's like the experience, as Aaron was saying, the experience completely changes because it goes from us sitting using our hands on a keyboard and mouse to us literally doing the actions we do in game or whatever, right? Literally lunging, literally fucking jumping. Can you imagine dashing on like an assassin or something? I can, dude. Like spinning around as Zed, dude. Are you kidding me? I can't.
I don't want
like,
to imagine, but yes.
these realms of gaming don't even come into my mind. I'm excited for VR for normal stuff. Like it would be cool to have an immersive VR experience where you live out your life or something, like an alternate reality. Sword Art Online style, you know what I'm saying? SAO.
Dude, that's the dream.
That's cool to me, but at the same time I feel like it's so far out and in a different clump itself. Traditional gaming and that are like two separate pathways.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, Jason? You didn't have anything to say? Okay, that day.
No, I mean, pretty much. Yeah, I don't really have much. To
Oh,
say on
sorry.
that.
I saw your thing.
Sorry,
go through.
sorry.
It's aight. Anyway, yeah, Aaron pointed out about the games that VR allows for. What kind of games are you looking forward to in the future that incorporate such technology?
Ooh.
Honestly, horror games are probably
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
I
best.
first thought of horror
Yeah,
games
I
too, right? Because
agree.
they're a
Yeah.
different dimension. At
Because
that time. It's
yeah,
you can't escape.
like horror games already looks hella scary on VR. Like I've seen people play. I've never played it myself, but I probably wouldn't, because I would shit myself. But like in the state horror games are now, that people are so scared. Like I can't imagine what it'll be like in the future when VR is more um, realistic, quote unquote, or more stable, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
But
I second
horror
Abdi,
games for
dude.
sure.
Dude, honestly, when they start incorporating virtual reality with like your heart rate and with your like when they sense that you're getting scared and then all of a sudden your environment changes, like that kind of
Oh,
incorporation is really
dude,
scary,
like
man.
Dude, man.
affects your
To think
sanity in the
about this.
game, like amnesia.
Right, yeah,
Dude, that would
right.
be insane. Um, and I don't think I told you guys, but I went to a 4D VR horror experience in Sunway Pyramid. Um, and it's kind of like you're sitting on almost like a roller coaster, like a mini roller coaster thing that moves around, and you are kind of moved throughout this horror world, and it's like completely VR and stuff. But it's also 4D, so like you feel the wind and stuff like that. You hear the sounds like right behind you, next to you, all that jazz. It was actually really creepy, and I'm not really too scared by horror unless it's like really classical horror, like Amnesia. Like that game scares the hell out of me. But when I had this is like my first time doing a horror VR experience, and especially coupled with like the 4D elements to it, dude, it was because we're in a roller coaster. It's in the game in the VR experience. We were in a wheelchair, and someone was pushing our wheelchair, and they were like, it was like a mental asylum, and we were going through it, and I was like, this is actually really creepy. Once the graphics get better, and once they like fine tune, make things more realistic, I could see how this would like be like really really scary for anyone. But right now it's like, bruh, like it looked like a Minecraft character. It's not too scary, but yeah.
Yeah, it still feels very gimmicky, but at the same time, it's like we're still in the very early stages of it, right?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
exactly.
sky's the limit.
That's true.
I think yeah. I think a game like a genre that would fit VR would be like games like Sims or Animal Crossing.
You just beat a sim.
Literally life,
You
but in a game.
Wait,
literally
GTA,
live
dude.
in the game.
But this time you can do
I
That's
think
actually a
games
good one. GTA in
GTA
VR would be
GTA
mad fun.
GTA VR.
GTA
Yeah.
would be super.
GTA
Yeah,
VR
yeah,
would be
and
mad
true.
fun.
Yeah, games like where you can interact with the real world is like
It's gonna be
with the
funny though.
it's
Plays
gonna be
yeah.
super stupid but hilarious.
Plays
So
plays Sims VR just to woohoo, dude. Feels bad.
Just two.
yo,
Oh
I
my
just
god.
woohooed, bro.
Yeah, I got a daily woohoo sesh, dude. Yeah.
Asha, I got a
man.
baby.
Yeah. When it comes to when it comes
Wait,
to
man. Wait, man.
wait, hold up.
Hold up. Let's hope you don't get a baby that quick. They one woohoo and suddenly baby, bro. Sheesh, man's
Jeez.
acts fast, bro. Works
Man's
fast.
speed running Sims or what?
Yo, Jason got them super swimmers, dude. He got Michael Phelps and that shit.
Dude, it's so sad, dude. Play Sims VR just to
But
grow old with a
five-star,
family, dude. Wild.
Damn.
But yeah.
That's funny.
I think one of the interesting genres that I'm looking forward to, when it comes to the development of VR, would definitely be you guys. All of us here know VR chat, right?
Oh my god.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
So for
My
anyone,
queen.
yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, VR chat is literally it's a game where you pick an avatar and you just go to certain areas and you just talk to people. It's like a VR social. It's basically VR social life. You talk to people, you make friends, you go to different like areas and stuff. But it's not really a game in its traditional sense. It's like a how do I say? It's like a VR Facebook almost, right? You just talk, you just socialize, you meet people, and I feel like once VR becomes more realistic, and like what Abby was saying, less gimmicky, less of like less I don't know. Once it becomes more realistic, and it can start to simulate real life environment and real life interactions a lot more, especially when it comes to like models, like player models and stuff like that. I feel like that would be a really interesting development in VR because I know a lot of people that use VR chat to actually socialize, especially those that are, a friend of mine is very introverted, and she uses VR chat to like get to know people, and kind of like step out of her comfort zone. So I feel like once like that platform and the console like VR becomes a lot more realistic, I feel like it could almost kind of realistically simulate like an actual an actual cafe environment, for example. And I feel like that would be a very interesting direction to see VR develop into. But yeah.
I mean, we also don't have as many players in VR, right? Like there might be small ones, but I think the major ones are what HTC Vive,
The big boys.
Oculus. Oculus started everything, and then Facebook bought them.
Yeah.
Uh, who else? I I mean, Samsung and Sony. Everyone has one, but like that's again more gimmicky than anything else.
I mean, but based on the conversations I had with a friend of mine who is working on Facebook, like his enthusiasm for virtual reality is unparalleled compared to when you work for Facebook. The first thing you don't really associate, the virtual reality is like the immediate
yeah.
topic,
For sure,
right?
for sure.
It's not like the first thing you'd have in a conversation. But yeah, that's what he's saying. It's just the interaction would be revolutionary, and not just in gaming, in general terms.
Just
as well.
general terms, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I mean, if you're that interested, highly recommend that MKBHD interview with Mark
very true.
Zuckerberg, because Zuckerberg just talks about VR half the interview, and you can
That's very
see,
representative too, right?
yeah, it represents how much Facebook actually cares and how much he himself as the CEO is just pushing.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
mean,
For this direction.
Facebook has slowly been encroaching onto the gaming scene, especially with recent moves, right?
Facebook gaming.
Easy buy mix.
But I feel like
Uh,
it's not a gaming exclusive move that they're
No,
trying to
their move is literally we're gonna make an alternate reality.
the
That's
new
literally
generation,
what their
yeah.
thing is.
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
It's reality, but not
Yeah.
really.
I could see how that would garner a lot of enthusiasm. Working on the next wave of technology, almost, right? I'm sure anyone
Yeah.
would be,
Everyone would be excited.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Just thinking about it is exciting for anyone, I'm sure. All the possibilities, right? The sky's the limit, like Abid said. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jude. This is a question for you. Have you played the remake of Final Fantasy?
No, I don't have a PS4. I mean,
Sad.
Jordan has a PS4, but I've not been able to play on that. But yes, I would have loved to. I've finished Final Fantasy VII, and I've seen the difference. Like I've heard of the differences not only graphically, but they've added mini games to like mini side quests that you didn't have in the original game. Plus, like it's worth it, honestly. If compared to what you're used to from PS1 graphics, my God, it's literally nuts.
Yeah, it's
At
literally a brand new
at that
game.
point, anything's a step up, dog. PS1 graphics.
Oh, okay, yo, honestly.
Wait, I have a question to ask you guys. If there's
Mhm.
one game that you wanna that if you could have one game be a full VR experience, like a perfect VR experience, what game would you pick?
Ooh.
Good question.
Dude, a fighting game. Like a
that?
proper
full
fighting game.
VR.
Tekken or
Like
what?
wrestling or boxing. Dude, Tekken would be sick. Street Fighter,
Oh,
Tekken.
shit.
All those games would be sick. Cause can you imagine your fucking Ryu or whatever, dude? You're fucking.
Dude, I can't wait to put on my VR headset just to get body slammed by Bob IRL, dude.
Dude, yeah, it's
Holy
like you feel it too.
Wait a minute.
How would they implement a fighting game though? Because like the characters flinches and shit, right? How do you flinch?
That's true. I don't know, dude.
That would be incredible if they do it, but it also sounds like a hazard. Because imagine it inflicts damage on you physically.
Yeah, Abid said fighting games, dude. Dead or alive, dude.
Hey,
Yeah, you're right. Best fighting game. There we go. Yo, fast. You know what? Yeah, what Jude said, but Dead or Alive, beach volleyball, super.
Hey,
Yo,
say
David, wait a
less.
minute. Say less, dude. Wait, wait, what?
Yo, Neko power, bro. Say less.
Dude, that DOA game. I saw KSI play it, almost bought it myself. No cap. No cap.
What about the rest of you? What games would you want?
Aaron, I think my answer is gonna be very different,
Final
though.
Fantasy, dude. Go.
No, Microsoft Flight Sim, like anything that's Flight Simulator. I know
Dude,
that they
Flight
have,
Sim would be sick, actually.
I know that they
VR.
have Flight VR right now, right? But it's just different when you have it at your house, like as a personal game, and the way that Microsoft implemented that. This is one game Microsoft did really well too. Flight
Yeah.
Simulator.
Yo, Flight Sim X is amazing.
It's really good.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I don't have the game,
it's a
but
beautiful game.
the gameplay I've watched, the amount of gameplay I watched is representative of how interested I am in that game. It's
Mhm.
very immersive, even as a game in the laptop. So I can't imagine it as a VR game. Like, it'll be surreal.
Wait, but
Yeah.
Jude, if you're interested in the VR experience of Flight Simulator, why don't you just get a steering wheel, like the sorry, not the steering wheel. What is it called?
Steering wheel?
The flight joystick. What's it called? You can get the
Like that's a
Yeah,
controller,
the
though,
flight,
right?
yeah.
yeah, the flight stick, yeah.
the flight stick. Yeah. Why don't you just get the flight stick? I know a lot of people that like got it, and I'm sure it's really immersive once you
I mean,
have it.
sure, but it's a different jump, right? When you change the controller versus change the like entire experience when you
Oh,
put it
yeah,
on
for
in
sure,
there.
for sure.
The game is literally meant to be a VR game instead of the game being a laptop game, and they have an option for VR.
Yeah.
I think that's where the substantial differences start to show. But you're right, Aaron. Yeah, I could invest in the joystick too.
That is the closest thing you'll get. To,
It's
like,
also
yeah,
it's
VR.
also kind of experience you. The joysticks are
Yeah,
kind of experience you.
True, true.
Yeah.
That's why, dude. Let's just go get pilot's licenses.
Yeah, we're
dude.
sorry, Aaron. We're not baller, bro. We're not penthouse, bro.
Easy,
Bad.
dude. Damn, bro. That's
wow,
great.
wow, bro.
Dude, we just get pilot's licenses, dude. Easy. Why,
Yo,
why
honestly,
play
bro.
VR when you can just fly, dude?
Gets pilot
Fly
license for
GTA,
lols,
bro.
dude.
You
Get
see,
pilot's license to ruin the fucking environment. Let's go, baby.
Anyway,
I've be the type to get a pilot's license and be like, yeah, race you to Sandy Shores the next day.
Race you to Sandy Shores, and they're like, wait a
Nice
minute,
sandy shores, dude.
you're flying to Singapore. Pilot, where you going?
Dude, what you mean, dude? Say
Yeah.
less.
What about
For
you?
me, I would be similar to Jude, but it would be
Oh.
a driving game. But
Ooh.
driving.
Gran
Wait,
Turismo
Like-
VR.
wait, you can just drive IRL.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I mean, like, for expensive.
Yeah, but you
cars,
can't speed and shit, dude.
Yeah,
It's like, I
yeah.
mean, you can, but like, you know what I
You
mean?
What do you
can,
mean, dude? You can
but
do anything
you
you
might
want.
have
on
Like,
the
you don't have
bicycle.
to face
Maybe-
consequences in a VR
Cause some
environment.
games,
That's
cause some games, like I just want to be placed in like the mountains of like Europe or something, or the highways in
Mhm.
Europe where you can just speed however
Yeah, you want to speed the fuck
fast
off
you
the
want.
mountain raid. Yeah,
Jason,
got you,
Yeah.
bro.
Jason,
Got you,
Jason.
bro.
You reminded me.
If you die,
Burnout.
you don't actually die. You die in the game. XD.
Game
No.
over. It's just game over instead
It's
of
game over.
life
Not
over.
life over.
Life over them. Oh shit.
Yeah. Like a Burnout is a perfect racing game for VR though. Like where your main objective is to
Burnout
literally
would
just
be
crash.
crazy, bro.
I know. I think that's the kind of game that I can see the driving would a very unique driving
I mean,
experience.
Gran Turismo or what's the Forza?
Forza. GG. Yeah.
Do you know, do you
Those,
know-
I think both those racing games are pretty memeable. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know what VR game would encompass what all of us have said? Pretty much a GTA, dude. If GTA
Pretty
was
much,
VR,
dude. A
God,
GTA
driving.
VR would be crazy, actually. Just
Dude, imagine,
Crazy.
right? Just imagine a GTA VR, but instead of the GTA map, it's just global. It's like Microsoft Flight Sim. It's just global. It's the
Dude,
world.
that would be
Dude,
fucking fun.
That would
Dude.
be
It
would be too
so
big.
insane.
if Rockstar associated with Oculus or something, and they somehow made that, dude, I swear to God, would be the highest selling game on the planet.
Yeah, for the next
Facts,
30 years.
Because
no
it's
cap.
based on real locations.
Straight up, just.
It's crazy, dude.
Also, I don't even want to imagine how much storage that would take.
Yeah. Honestly.
That would be a 500 gig,
You literally
update.
have to buy a cloud server for to play GTA, dude.
It would be a 500 gig update. Dude.
It's-
500 gig daily update, dude. Seems good.
Dude, instead of like going to Amazon to buy the game, you go to Amazon Web Services to buy a server, dog.
But yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, like the current discussion on gaming, it kind of reminds me of a stereotype that gamers have, right? Like the droopy-eyed gamer with cans of either Red Bull or Mountain Dew.
XD.
Like, yeah.
You mean Abid?
I mean,
Excuse me, what the fuck did you just say? That was me a while back, bro.
Yeah.
Now it's
Sorry,
only
look,
water.
Sorry, you mean
reaction.
Abid's
Anyway.
COD days? Yeah.
Yeah, now it's water, bro. Still droopy.
sure, water works too, but that stereotype
No,
conveniently
yeah.
leads us to our question of the week.
Ooh.
Sir.
What is your favorite drink? Preferably non-alcoholic, please. But what is your favorite drink?
Dude, I don't drink alcohol, bro.
We don't drink
Haram,
alcohol
bro.
here. Good memes.
We don't drink
Interesting.
alcohol, bro. Haram, bro.
We do
Mm,
not do that shit.
I feel like
Um,
Abid wouldn't be the most knowledgeable in alcohol though, in this group. Amu, wait, yes, Abid, Amu, if you're hearing this, yes, just yes, yes, full stop. Who wants to start off?
bubble tea.
What flavor?
Ooh.
Oh, you want me to give you my order?
Goddamn.
Bro, bubble
simp.
tea can be anything, bro.
Probably a roasted milk tea or Earl Grey milk tea with pudding.
Oh, Earl Grey.
Ooh, pudding.
Yeah, it's a good option.
I love pudding and milk tea. They just should just go hard. Like my heart stops every time I drink/eat it, but it's a good time, dude. It's a good time while it happens.
Abid felt his heart stop to beat. Dude. He's like,
And then it's like, yo,
Yeah.
my heart literally went fuck, and then started.
Aaron.
Oh, favorite drink. It's interesting. Okay, it's kind of weird, but I would have to say hot green tea. Like, I don't
That's
know.
not weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
matcha, damn healthy, bro.
Dude,
Yo, you get it, matcha.
yeah, you're funny.
Oh
bro.
my god.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway.
Hot green tea for me is like the one drink I can drink anytime, and it's just nice. It's so soothing. Like, I'm not really a coffee person. I'm more of a tea person, and green tea
Right,
is my
right.
favorite tea. So yeah. Jason?
I like how you expanded to
Ooh.
coffee. But yeah, anyway, Jason?
For me, yo, not even close to Milo.
Dude, I was just
Milo-
waiting for Jason to say Milo Ice,
Yo,
bro.
Milo or
bro.
Milo Ice, bro. Oh, that
Dude,
shit hit
I
different.
would say Milo Ice, but I'm trying to live past 60, dude. So.
Yo, the
Yeah,
amount of
you're
sugar
right.
in Milo though.
Dude.
Honestly though.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's not good, but damn, bro, it's hard to avoid, man.
here for
Yeah,
a good
listen,
time,
boy.
not a long time. You know.
There are a lot of
Dude,
things
for
that are
real.
not
Yo,
good for you.
shoutouts Drake, bro, for real, for real.
Dude, that's what I think when I see her pour the whole condensed milk can, dude. I'm like, auntie, that's
Yeah,
more
but
that's
Milo-
more
Milo
condensed
for me.
milk than Milo powder, auntie.
Yeah, no, Jason,
Yeah,
I remember
it's
that
not-
Milo
it's not with
dinosaurs, dude. Literally just it's a Milo
Oh.
drink and you add ice
Dude,
and you
oh
add
my
Milo on top of it.
God,
Honestly.
Bro.
dude, not you add Milo powder on top, dude. Dude, that's
Dude.
literally how you die, dude. Straight up how you die, actually.
Dude.
Dude, it's one thing to be drinking the sugar, dude. It's another to literally be eating it, dude. You're literally eating the sugar.
Dude, have you guys had the Milo dinosaur where they pour condensed milk on top of the Milo powder?
Oh
on
my
top?
God, yeah,
Yes,
man.
Bro,
dude.
dude,
That shit's so
dude,
good, but
it's
so bad for you.
It's so smart but dumb at the same time, dude. You want to
Dude,
mix
condensed
Milo
milk,
with
Milo goes hard, but dude,
Okay,
never,
even
bro.
without like the whole dinosaurs and shit, I think Milo in general is just good drink. Like
It's a
like
solid drink, yeah.
it brings me back to the times where like I don't know, was it me, you, and me, Abid, and Jude? We got Milo Tower at Subway.
Yeah,
At Subway
man.
Yes,
Pyramid,
sir.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were the times, dude.
Those were the
Honestly.
good times, man. So
It wasn't even
Milo,
good Milo, but it was hype.
Simpler
yeah,
times, dude.
fact.
Simpler
Just the
times.
concept though, it's a tower, but instead of beer, it's Milo, dude.
Facts.
Those
Yeah,
are
we don't
very
drink beer,
interesting.
dude. We don't drink beer.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we do
Dude,
not do that here.
Dude,
We do not do that here.
It's
Do
really
not do that.
innovative, dude.
Only ice lemon tea tower, bro.
It's such a dumb idea, but it was really worked. It worked. It just clicked
Yeah,
in.
so Milo for me. Jude.
Uh-huh. Mine is a mango shake, dude. Philippine mango, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Philippine
piranha
mangoes
plant
hit
player, dude.
different, dude.
Clearly.
Philippine mangoes
that-
hit so different. You honestly, it's literally Milo. It's not the same taste as Milo, but like the concepts that they do with mango shake are similar. Like if it doesn't taste good, you add condensed milk to it. You add condensed milk. If it's not enough, you add sugar on top of the condensed milk and the mango shake, dude. But you know what? You can I can live with it. It tastes good, so easy. Anyway,
Any
I mean, those are
problems-
interesting.
Yeah, any problems?
Sorry?
Just put condensed milk, dude. Honestly, small volume problems.
Like, you know what? You have a problem, dude? Add more problems to it. I mean,
Hey,
isn't
boss.
that life
Hey,
in
boss,
general?
the
But I
dick
think that's a
is sweet,
different
though.
topic.
Dude, I think that's a different podcast, dude.
I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
An
Yeah.
entire series of podcasts with about life. But anyway, get back to gaming for a while because I'm gonna do a transition. like I'm being explicit here. Another thing that current consoles are well adept at are their integration with streaming services, right? Surely games must be played with the
Oh my
box
God.
to keep you pumped. So, Abid, let's go. What are your songs of the week? Dude?
My songs of the week are Rain by Anders. He's a Canadian artist. I've been listening to him
Yes,
for a long
sir.
time.
Anders is fire.
He's fire.
Anders, dude.
R&B. Really good. Good vibes. Even though he's talking about some fucked up shit sometimes. But it's really good music, you know? And it's a vibe no matter when you listen to it. Second song is called Sin Pensar, dude. Yo, Ozuna featuring Sway Lee. Jason put me
Ozuna.
on this song.
Yeah,
Did you say simp?
good song.
Fuck you.
Wait, what?
Sin Pensar, bro. Sin Pensar,
Oh,
bro.
sorry. I thought you were telling me your
Uh,
daily schedule. My bad.
nah, fuck you. Jason and I fucking Jason put me on this song and he played once on League and I was like, yo, this shit go hard, and ever since then it's literally my anthem, bro. You know, fucked her in the morning, then I told her Jason
Buenos dias, baby.
yeah, bro, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the anthem. But yeah, that's my
it's
song.
a banger, banger.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. My two songs. Wait, I have a question. Jason, did we recommend 2009 by Mac Miller yet?
Yes, I did. I
Ah,
did.
damn it, dude. That song, I love that song so much. Okay. Yeah. So my first
You
recommended
mean
song.
you could recommend it again?
Nah, that's
honestly.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
My first recommended song would be Forks by Coda the Friend. As I mentioned last week, I have been binge listening to Coda the Friend because he's like a perfect balance between lo-fi and rap for me. And I love that shit. So it's a really short song, but it's about friendships, past friendships that didn't work out, but wishing them the best. I think that's something that it's really underrated, which is wishing people the best rather than being bitter about things. And it's a good message overall. And my second recommended song would be Ride by Aaron May. At first, he was on my Spotify radio, and I was like, dude, he has the same name as me. He must be fire. So I checked the song, and I was like, oh, it's actually fire. I wasn't memeing.
Okay, bro.
Nice, dude.
No, I was just joking. He showed up in my random queue, and you know, the song is literally, it's the vibe that like me and my boys are gonna make it sort of thing, and you know, I always love that vibe, so it's a good song. But yes, those are my two songs.
For me, my first song would be "Won't Be Late" by Sway Lee and Drake. Yo, I mean that song's just a vibe. A friend of mine told me about this song recently, and I was like, how did I not know this? It's got that tropical vibes, and you know Sway Lee and Drake's. It's basically like singing Drake and going along with Sway Lee. They really go well together. Good vibey song. Second song would be a bit of a throwback. Super Rich Kids by Frank Ocean. Um, Great throwback song. It brings me a lot of memories. Just like taking a trip down memory lane, and I love like Frank Ocean's vocals and who's the artist that's featured? Earl Sweatshirt. Yeah, yeah. Such a good rapper too. So yeah, those are my two
Yes, sir.
song recommendations.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my music tastes are pretty constant, so the two songs that I recommend this week are still very soothing songs in a sense, but they are somewhat sad. Uh, the first one is "Always" by Keshi. Wow, I've been honestly listening to Keshi a lot recently. I oh, it's just
Where'd you go?
it's just a very relatable song in a sense that you could sit in a room in a mellow dark room while the sun is rising and just feel good even though it's a sad song. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah.
Damn.
And the second song is Seven Summers by Morgan Wallen.
Yes, sir,
um
banger.
Country, but dude, listen, it's not the stereotypical country because it has the same mellow vibes that I was talking about with
Yeah,
Always by Keshi. So
honestly,
those two songs, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. When I first heard Seven Summers, I didn't even know if that was country. But then, like,
Right? Yeah, exactly. It gives.
as he
I knew
kept
it was
singing,
country because the voice. The voice was very
yeah, yeah,
country-like too,
the
right?
voice was
But
very country, but the vibe was not country at all, in my opinion. But really
yeah, I
good song.
mean, there you go. Jason,
Yeah,
who doesn't listen to country, just says it's not country. So that's the
yeah, it's
kind
a
of
good
vibe you
song.
get. It's a
It's a
very
good,
good song.
song.
Yeah.
Seven Summers, yeah.
So is it a state or what? Cap.
I mean, the general gist. Seven Summers is about a guy who thinks about a girl he met 7 summers ago,
Yeah,
and he's
fact.
probably like, "Well, you're probably married now. Sad. Hoo hoo."
Ooh, sad. He's like only pain moves on.
Only anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a wrap, y'all. Thank you to the ATS boys for being
Yes,
here, and
sir.
thank you to all our listeners for once again tuning in to the 11th ATS cast.
Yes,
Bye, everyone.
sir.
See you.
Ciao, ciao.